Good morning students, I am Prakash Tripathi. Today I am going to explain you the fourth chapter of your book, The Vistas, The Enemy. The writer of this story is Pearl S. Buck. It is a wartime, the Second World War is going on, and Japan is at war with America. An American prisoner of war gets washed away and happens to reach the doorstep of a doctor whose name is Sadao. He is a very famous surgeon and a scientist, a very kind-hearted person. Now the choice is very hard for Sadao and his wife, whether to hand him over to the police or authority or save a dying person. He gives preference to his duty as a doctor. He not only saves his life, but he also helps him in escaping to freedom. Now let's go through the story and see what are the things, what are the dilemma, what are the other things which Dr. Sadao come across and how does he tackle them. As I told you, it is a very difficult for a doctor. On one hand, he is a true citizen of Japan, being a patriotic person. He should hand him over to the police at once, but as a doctor, he has been taught that he should save a life of a person if he is in a dying condition. So I have written some major characters of the story. Sadao, a surgeon and a scientist, he is a very kind-hearted person, very sincere towards his duty. Then his wife Hana, she is also a very obedient and a very loving wife. The Sadao and Hana lives with their three servants, the old gardener and cook. These two servants have been working at Sadao's house since he was a child. And Yumi is a lady, cook is also a lady. Sadao has two children. The younger one is a very small, just 3 months baby. And the job of Yumi is to look after the children. She is a governess, you can say. Then there is another character, General Tokima. He is a very selfish person. But at the same time, he has fought many battles and he had won many battles for Japan. So he is a very popular person also. He is a very cruel person. He beats his wife too much. That's what the newspaper says. And Sadao's father, one other main character, his main concern was to make his son a big or a great doctor. That is why he sent him to America when he was 22 years old. Sadao's father is a truly out and out a Japanese. He loves only Japanese things. He loves Japanese tradition. We will see this in the story. Now, when Sadao was 22 years old, he was sent to America for his higher studies, or you can say, in order to become a doctor. He lived there for 8 years, and at the age of 30, he came back to Japan. When the war broke out between America and Japan, all the major doctors of Japan were sent to the borders. But Sadao was being kept in Japan only. Why? Because of General Tokima. General Tokima was undergoing treatment and the treatment was being done by Sadao only. He trusted only Sadao. He did not trust any other surgeon or doctor who lived in Japan. So purposely he has kept Sadao in Japan and he had not sent him to border because in emergency period, any time he can need the help of Sadao. One fine evening when Sadao was standing in his veranda and looking at the sea, I would like to tell you that his house is near the coastal area and his wife is also there. It's the evening time. It was a foggy day, foggy evening you can say. And all of a sudden they saw a man coming out from the fog. Actually in the beginning they saw only just the outline of a man who was crawling and he stumbled and he fell down. and he disappeared also. But very soon again that man appeared from the fog, and they rushed towards him to save him. Actually, they thought that he might be some fisherman who has been washed away. But when they reached there, they saw that it was a face of a white man, and the cap, there was written on it US Navy, and at once they realized that this is a man who has escaped from Japanese custody or police. Actually, that man was badly injured. He was hit by a bullet 1 or 2 days ago, and he was not tended, and being washed away, his wound was in a bad shape. Actually, it was bleeding. At that time, Sadao packed the wound with some moss, the small grasses which are on the coastal area, on the seashore. And now there is a dilemma before the two couple. They are in a dilemma because if they sheltered a white man in their house, they will be arrested. And if they leave him, he would die. And if they hand him over to the police, certainly he is going to die. So, in the beginning they decided to throw him back to the sea. But it was easy to say but difficult to do. They could not throw him back to the sea. It's very hard for a person, especially for those who are very kind-hearted, who are very generous people. They cannot do this. They cannot throw a person, whoever it may be. Either he is an enemy or a friend. So Sadao decided to treat that person. He was worried that the servants would think other way. They would not like this idea, and this really happened. The servants, all the three servants, the gardener, the cook and the Yumi, they did not like this. They thought that their master is not doing a good job. Anyway, the man was taken inside. Sadao told his wife to wash him, and his wife told Yumi to wash that man, but Yumi refused to wash this man. She said, no, he is my enemy and I'm not going to wash him. I'm not going to touch him also. Forget about washing him. Okay, then Hana, his wife, Sadao's wife, she washed the man, and meanwhile Sadao was preparing to take out the bullet from his body. In other words, he was ready to operate that man and save him from death. Sadao was a very nice, very expert surgeon, and his wife knew that if he takes any case under him, he is sure to save that man. Sadao, after a very hard work, knows that where the bullet is. It was near the kidney, and he succeeded in removing the bullet from his back. Now he gave him some injections and said that in spite of all these things, means he was hit in the back and he was badly hurt due to the rocks in the sea, he will survive now because he had removed the bullet from this. Actually, Sadao had told the servant that after treating this man, after curing him, after taking out the bullet from his body, definitely I am going to hand him over to the police. On this assurance, the servants also agreed, but they thought, okay, their master is doing a good job, and finally that enemy would be handed over to the authority. But in reality, this does not take place. Why Sadao could not hand him over to the police, we will see later on. So 4, 5, 6, 7 days passed in that way. He used to go every day to the enemy or a prisoner of war and treat him. He would examine the stitches. On the 7th day, 2 things happened. The servants denied They said that we are no longer going to stay here if you hide this man in your house. They were ready with all their belongings. Hannah, with all her dignity as a mistress, did not try to stop them. She paid their salaries and all, and they left. Now it became very difficult for Hannah to accomplish the household chores. Anyhow, the household work dragged on. Sadao also helped Hannah in her work. Meanwhile, Hannah asked her husband, "Why are we not thinking as all the Japanese think? The thing which is very clear even to the servants, why are we not able to think in that way? Are we not true Japanese? Are we not a patriotic persons?" But instead of answering this vital question to his wife, Sadao leaves her and goes to examine the wound of American prisoner. In the afternoon, an official person comes in a uniform, and seeing that person, Hannah gets terrified. She jumped to the conclusion that the servants have left the house, they have complained, and the police or the authority, people who are in authority, they have come to arrest her husband. She went running to Sadao to tell this. But the official person had come to inform Sadao that General Tokima needed him in his palace. Actually, he had got a heart attack, and that's why he had called Sadao. Now Hannah gets relief. She thinks that, okay, now my husband is safe, and the servants have not informed the police. Seeing the terror on the face of his wife, now Sadao thinks that I should tell everything to the general. Meanwhile, one more thing I would like to tell you. After 3-4 days, he started writing a letter to the police commissioner. He began his letter that on so and so date, an American prisoner of war gets reached my doorstep. But he did not complete that letter. He kept that unfinished letter in his drawer. Means he had decided why he could not complete his letter. That is a different thing. But he did not complete his letter informing the police. When he goes to General Tokima, he tells him everything, that such a American prisoner of war has reached my doorstep and I have operated him so successfully. After hearing this, General Tokima is a little bit frustrated. He is irritated, annoyed also, because if he arrests Sadao on account of harboring an enemy, Sadao would be punished, he would be condemned to death. And suppose Sadao is condemned to death, what would happen to him? Suppose the next day he needs his help, he needs an operation to be done. Where will be Sadao? Because he would be condemned to death. So he says, don't worry, you will not be arrested. See, the first and foremost duty of General Tokima would have been to arrest Sadao for harboring an enemy. But he did not do so. In fact, he tried to save him and assured him that you will not be arrested on this basis. General Tokima promised Sadao that I would send 2 assassins. I have private assassins. Assassin means the person who are killers. He would enter your house. They would kill the enemy, and they would also dispose of the body. You don't have to worry about the body also. And for this solution, Sadao agrees. He said, okay, fine. I will not tell my wife. You send your assassins, and they would kill the person and take the body also. But 3 days passed. No one came to kill that enemy. Every night Sadao used to wait. Even at the rustling of the leaves, he would get up. He would think that the assassins have come and they are murdering the enemy. But 3 days passed, no one came. Actually, General Tokima had forgotten. he forgot to send his assassins because he was involved, he was worried about his own life. So, after 3 days, Sadao himself decided to do something. He decided to send the enemy to a nearby island. It was a submerged island. There was no vegetation. Nobody lived there because in the storm that island had submerged. He arranged a boat, a stout boat for enemy, and he put some bottles, some food, clothing and all, and he told him that you have to row yourself to that island and stay there till you see an Korean boat, Korean fish boat, because they happen to pass from there. Because if you see a Korean boat, they would protect you. And he also told him not to make a fire. If you run out of food, you have to eat the raw fish, but don't cook it, don't make a fire, because the smoke would be seen and you would be arrested. With all this information, he checked his body, his temperature, his BP, his heartbeat, and when he felt, and 15 days have passed. Remember, after 15 days, he is taking this great step. The man thanked him, and Sadao felt that this was the best solution under these circumstances. And students, I would also like to tell you that this was the best solution because he had informed his superiors, General Tokima, about the harboring of the enemy. But General Tokima did not take any action. You cannot blame Sadao totally. He can be blamed, no doubt, because he had sheltered an enemy. His first duty would have been to hand him over to the authority, but he did not do so. So he sends that enemy to a island nearby. Meanwhile, General Tokima had another attack, heart attack. He was called to, Sadao went him to see when there was a first attack, and Sadao had warned him that you cannot survive the second attack. A long operation took place, more than 12 hours Sadao operated him, and he was successful in saving General Tokima. When General Tokima comes to, regains his consciousness, Sadao tells him and asks him, "So what about that assassins? Did you forget to send him?" I'm sorry. Sadao tells a lie here. Sadao tells General Tokima that the prisoner which was in my house, the prisoner whom I have operated, escaped away, ran away. Then General says, "Oh, did I not promise you to send my 2 assassins to kill him?" Sadao says, "Yes, Excellency, you said, but I think you forgot." And here General Tokima admits that he had forgotten completely. But he says, "Anyway, you are such a good surgeon, you have saved my life, and I would save your life in return." But General Tokima was also afraid because he thought if the matter comes out, suppose that enemy is captured, the matter would again come up that he was sheltered in Sadao's house, and then Sadao would say that I have informed General. So I may also be caught in this thing. So now Sadao thinks that he is quite safe because General is not going to tell anything about him, because the secrets of harboring an enemy was informed to General Tokima, and since General Tokima did not take any action, so Sadao thinks that I am safe now. At least General is not going to complain about him. He thinks that he is in his palm. The General says that you will be rewarded for this. You are a very good doctor. But Sadao got his reward that very evening. His reward was that his enemy, who was sent to the nearby island, had got a Korean boat and he had escaped from there safely. Now the enemy has gone safely. Sadao is standing at his home, you can say, the same time, evening time, and he is wondering why I could not hand him over to the police. And then he remembers some of the white faces. He remembers some of the white faces whom he had met in America. Now I would like to tell you that there were many obligations of Americans on this person. First of all, he had completed his higher education, the medical science, surgery and all, in America. He had got a very beautiful and a very obedient wife, Hannah, casually in America. When he goes to a professor's house, he met Hannah and he fell in love with her. And his professor of anatomy, who used to say that ignorance of human body is a cardinal sin. If you don't know each and every part of the body, if you are a doctor, and if you don't know each and every part, every atom of the body, and you are operating a patient, it's just like you are doing a murder. So he was very grateful and thankful to the anatomy professor. He was thankful and grateful to the person who gave him a house, rented house, because Americans had a prejudice against the Japanese, and it was very difficult for him to get a house, but he got it. And then he remembers that fat lady who was a very talkative, very voluble lady, and she had nursed Sadao when he was suffering from influenza at the stay in America. So these are the white faces whom he remembers, and then he wonders, he says, it is really strange that I wonder why I could not kill him. This is the last dialogue of Sadao, and the story ends here. Here, my dear students, the author leaves up to the reader to decide why he could not hand his enemy to the police. As far as I think, a savior cannot be a killer. He has saved the life of that person, and he could not be responsible for killing him. Just think, if he had handed him over to the police